showed you guys everything. I showed you guys my upsell. We scaled this one store, one product to $34,000. This is episode 18. Things are getting very, very interesting. In this episode, we're actually going to go over CBO scaling. So you're going to want to watch this episode. Things are just getting spicier and spicier. It's currently the 12th of September. It's been 10 freaking days since we launched. And the numbers that we've done in 10 days are just crazy. And the crazy thing is, you guys were able to watch every single step of the way and see the whole process behind the scenes uncovered. Before I get into this episode, let's announce last video's winners for $1,000 worth of courses or consulting calls with me. The winner's here. To qualify, all you have to do is drop a comment below, follow me on Instagram, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. I'll be picking the best comment every single video. From that, let's get into the video. So what I went ahead and did was, out of the 34 ad sets that I have running, I'm going to go ahead and pick all the top ad sets. So as you can see, I sorted in ROAS. Besides the retargeting, anything that was above 1.5 ROAS, I duplicated into a new campaign. So I took basically all the best ad sets with high ROAS, put it together in this strong CBO campaign. So I've talked about this strategy before, but you guys are going to be seeing it live. So I'm going to name this new campaign 360 Glide Top Ad Sets CBO Campaign. Duplicate. So as you can see, I literally took the best 16 ad sets I have, put into this new CBO campaign, turn on CBO. I'm going to set the daily budget to, I'm going to keep it to highest value or lowest cost. I'm going to set the budget to $300 to start with. And I'm going to also turn off all the ads, all the old ads that were from the initial testing phase that we no longer need, because we've proved that the black and white one performed the best. So I'm going to go ahead and delete those. And yeah, that's a CBO campaign launched. So lucky for you, you guys won't have to wait another day or two to find out the results. I'm going to be able to open up the next recording and show you guys the results live and show you guys what happened the next day. But it's currently the 12th of September, 7:30 p.m. Hopefully you guys are keeping track, because this is all live. And then change your plans. You know, I don't want to be a bitch. I'm going to go ahead and launch it at 500 Australian dollars. Give it a really good head start. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and launch all those ad sets, and now we're going to check out the results now.
The next day.
Okay, it is the 13th of September, 6:35 a.m. A day has passed, and check out our CBO campaign. It's doing amazing. You guys saw me just launch it, and check out how well it's doing. 9 purchases, $25.77 Australian dollars per purchase. We have a ROAS of 2.02. Things are doing insanely well. Like, our CBO campaign is crushing it, and that's what happens when you take all the best ad sets from your testing campaigns and put it together in this strong CBO campaign. And then here's the results of all the new interests that we scaled into, the obscure countries that we did lookalike audiences for, and we got some lucky new interests like automatic watch is doing pretty well. A lot of the obscure country hasn't gotten sales, and the new interests that we launched haven't gotten sales, like mechanical watch, basketball, James Harden, Apple Watch, Rolex. We haven't gotten any sales on that. So the new interests aren't doing too well, but luckily the CBO campaign is killing it. As you can see, today we're very unprofitable, $50.99 per purchase. Let's see how we're doing this week. Overall this week, not too bad, 1.73 ROAS, which is pretty nice. But today is just a bad day, despite being a Friday. That sort of got me hesitant a bit, but right now I just sort by ROAS. I'm killing everything that has a low ROAS. I'm going to kill this one that has a 1.4 ROAS as well, take that out of the picture. Technically I could have kept that open, but I think I only had 2 purchases, so I was betting that, like, you know, it's not going to get that third purchase that brings it back, because I've already spent quite a lot of money. Also, as you notice, I got 1,450 initiate checkouts, so now I could properly create a initiate checkout audience, because before, the initiate checkout audience lookalike audience I made was literally when it said below 1,000. It's still below 1,000, and that's just because Facebook is a bit delayed when it comes to the custom audience. It doesn't populate straight away. So I'm going to wait it out. let it collect more initiate checkout data before I relaunch the initiate checkout lookalike audiences, because that technically should do much better than the page view lookalike audience. I'm going to go ahead and create website traffic, and we're going to create the lookalike audience I mentioned earlier, where we target people visitor by time. So in this case, we're going to create an audience for the top 25% visitor by time, top 15, and top 5%. And these are very underrated lookalike audiences that not many people use, but I highly recommend it. So I'm going to fast forward now. If you guys want to find all the raw footage of this step by step, unfast forwarded, unedited, check out the description below. Like, if you want to really master this and see everything step by step, I highly recommend it. And you know, I'm basically giving it away for free. It's that cheap. So that's the top 5% visitor by time spent. And that's all three, and I'm going to let them populate, and I'll create lookalike audiences for those. But going back to the campaign, the CBO campaign 2.12 ROAS, it's killing it. Like, even though it's a bad day, it's killing it. Like, CBO is so powerful. And a lot of people want to get started with CBO. You only can do CBO after you go through the whole testing phase. All right, so it's the 14th of September, 10:30 p.m. Check this out. Our CBO campaign is now at 32 freaking purchases. It's collecting data fast, and our main campaign is at 225 purchases. Things are going well. And then what I'm doing now is I'm sorting by country, because I want to find out other top performing countries that I can go ahead and create lookalike audiences for. As you can see, here's the Excel sheet we had from last week. Here's all the top countries that are doing well. Italy seems to be doing very well. India, unprofitable. US, pretty much unprofitable as well. Yep, US 1.21 unprofitable. But Germany, Spain, UK, Italy, Portugal doing very well. Brazil is unprofitable. So US is good, Germany is very strong, Spain is pretty strong, UK is good. So since I now have over 1,000 initiate checkouts, I'm going to find the top strongest countries to launch initiate checkout lookalike audiences to. So I'm going to fill up this list of all the countries I want to, or the top countries that have more than 3 purchases, that have a very high ROAS, that can then launch lookalike audiences to. And I'm going to fast forward this now. So I just build up a list, and eventually have this full list of countries that are doing very well. And as you can see, now we have 1,400 initiate checkouts. So I should have patiently waited till I had over 1,000 before I went ahead and created the initiate checkout lookalike audiences. But now I do. Now I could go ahead and create these lookalike audiences. So I'm going to put in Germany. And as you can see, 3.2 mil, pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and create it. Spain, 2.5 million, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and launch that. And then I go ahead and launch, my editor's going to fast forward it by putting all these different countries. As you can see, next is Portugal. I've dragged Portugal from 0 to 10%. It's only 675,000. So it's very small. So what I do is I combine it with Netherlands, and now bumps it up to 1.7 mil. And I'm like, oh, it's still pretty small. Let's combine it with France. And that brings it up to 5.2 mil. And at 5.2 mil, what I can do is I can break it up into 2. And it'll be 2.7 mil each, which is sort of the perfect size for your lookalike audience. So I'm giving away everything when it comes to scaling. You guys are getting every single thing completely for free. And I like to have an Excel to track all the countries I've tested, so I don't retest them. I'm going to fast forward this. So I'm basically just launching the lookalike audiences. You could see in the recording. And then if you want this unfast forwarded, just get it in the description below for hella cheap, basically for free. Now I have all the lookalike audiences created. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate my best ad set, and this is in my testing campaign. Remember, all these lookalike audiences that I'm looking for launching for initiate checkouts, I'm going to put it into the testing 360 guide campaign, and I'm not going to put it straight into the CBO campaign, because I want to prove and find out which of these lookalike audiences will perform the best. So now go ahead and load up all these ad sets with its corresponding audience I just created, but I don't rename the name of the ad set just because it will take too long to name each one, France, Germany, and the combination. So I just go ahead and lazily rename it to 004 initiate checkout lookalike audience. That's what I'm going to do now. I name it top ROAS countries, and I should have changed it to 004. I forgot to do that. And go ahead and launch all those. Automatic watch doing pretty well. Automatic watch 6 purchases at $40 daily budget, $17.39. Checking the data. It's been consistently getting a sale every single day without fail, so it's a pretty consistent ad set. Some days it gets like one sale at 39, which is a bit scary, so I'm going to leave it as is since it's not too consistent. But yeah, that's today's episode. We went through quite a lot. We went through the CBO campaign setup. I showed you guys my CBO scaling strategy. We was able to jump straight to the results and show you guys how well it did, how well it performed. And then we were able to go ahead and jump into scaling with initiate checkout, and how I go ahead and use the top ROAS countries to create lookalike audiences, and the requirements to have 3 purchase in that countries before I go ahead and create a lookalike audience for that country. That's today's video. Hopefully you guys are exciting this higher level content that where we're getting sort of deep into scaling. And I want to thank you guys for making it this far and getting to episode 18. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button. Please share this playlist. Please like the video because that really helps, and that's all I ask. Other than that, I hope that you have an amazing day. Peace. That, like, I basically upgraded the video. So once you sort of get a winning creative, winning ad, you want to put in some money or time in this case to sort of create a better version. And you want to create maybe 2 to 3 different versions because this one might not perform better than the original one. So that's why you're going to pump out a few different ones to really give it a proper split test.